This is your AFN Misawa News Break.
What's your prime objective?
In today's atmosphere of potential threats, both on the battlefield and at home, Misawa Air Base security forces train to combat whatever situations may arise. The airmen who respond are part of a unique unit known as the Special Reaction Team.
Whenever you respond to a certain situation, you have no idea what to expect. We don't know what kind of entry we're going to be facing. For instance, the first part of training was with the saw. You also get to witness the ramp. Depending on what we face, we have tools available to us that will enable us to go ahead and gain entry into where we need to go. Now, after the entry has been made, you also saw the tactics as far as moving in the building, gaining entry into certain rooms, and ensuring that nobody gets left behind, that our mission gets accomplished.
For some of the members of the team, SRT training is an opportunity to strengthen the skills they've already got.
One of the main reasons why I wanted to do SRT, I'm a pretty decent shot. Definitely not the best person on base, but a pretty good shot. Now, what that translates into tactical shooting and room clearing, I'm not so experienced with. And that was one of the primary reasons why I wanted to join the SRT team.
The ability to move as a unit, quickly assess the scene, and react was stressed as one of the most important aspects of the event.
The most valuable part of this training is being able to get to the threat as soon as possible, because you never know what's going on and how many targets he's taking at the time. So I think that getting into the threat as soon as possible is the best part about the new techniques that we got. I think this training is a little more difficult than other training because you got to take in consideration that it's different than the new training that we're receiving now.
Several of the members of the team recently returned from SRT training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Every time you go to a training class like this, there's always something different. And it's best to just roll with it and learn it and get up on speed, especially if you're going to be working together as a team.
Even though the weather was less than ideal, the team practiced as they may one day be called upon to perform. Petty Officer Benjamin Kittleson, Misawa Air Base, Japan.